brief to my thinking about this very important workshop that we are hosting here at the Bahrain Chamber of Commerce and Industry through partnering with the World Franchise Associates and through our small and medium enterprises development and support center that we have set up of late in the chamber. This workshop is of great importance to us for two reasons. Basically because franchising, as we know it today, is a very important sector in any economy. For us at the Chamber, we have a mission here to enable and empower the private sector to be the key driver of the economy. So from that point of view, through the SMEs here, we are within that scope. This is franchising, as I said, is a very important issue, a very important topic. And the second thing is that it goes with our objectives for the empowerment and enhancement of the private sector. Let me just, in terms of numbers, say a couple of words. The private sector here in Bahrain contributes to around 70% of the employment, whereas its contribution to the GDP is within 30%. That in itself, when we look at opportunities, gives us an indication that there is a lot of room for us as representatives of the private sector here in terms of enhancement and empowerment of the private sector by considering one of these very important topics, mainly franchising, which is now becoming a worldwide phenomenon. I am in fact very grateful for the audience to come here today and share with us what will be projected in the workshop. A lot of thanks goes to the World Franchise Associates. It goes also to the prominent speakers during this workshop, and also last but by no means least to the staff of the Bahrain Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to our CEO in his efforts to promote or support SMEs as a key driver to our economy here. Franchising, I don't want to give numbers here. I will leave more room for the participants to have their say in. But one thing is for sure, the contribution of franchising in our part of the world, specifically in the GCC countries, is well below the international norm in terms of its participation as percentage of the economy. If we consider the total world economy today roughly of $80 trillion or so, and if we talk about the franchising's contribution to the total world economy of around $6 trillion in a couple of years' time, we will find that its rate of contribution is well below the 10%, let alone that in this part of the world it is well below that. So that leaves a lot of room for us in Bahrain to acquire a franchise from McDonald's a long time back. This man is very dynamic, and I am also glad that today he occupies the CEO position of McDonald's Middle East region. That in itself makes me very proud that it is being occupied by a Bahraini, and also most importantly that he came from Bahrain, from the franchisee in Bahrain, to occupy such important task. And I'm sure the potential for Bahrainis in terms of, there are many success stories like Mr. Abdelghani or anyone else, in terms, not just in terms of empowerment of the institutions of the companies, but also in terms of empowerment, most importantly, of the people, or what we call the human capital, of which, as you will all know, in Bahrain, there are many initiatives, key initiatives, to support the
nice words and recognition of the franchise business on the region in Bahrain in particular. We are here today with our association with the World Franchise Association. We started a few years ago to look to partner with the franchise consultants, and we've been interviewing and attending international franchise exhibition until we came across WFA, headed by Paul. What is Paul? He's always hiding. Hi, Paul. Yeah, he's the chairman for WFA. He's based between UK and USA. He has great experience, more than 30 years, and contacting and building relation with the largest franchise companies in the world. So we had association with them for Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. The aim is to get this industry, this is knowledge, it's a know-how. It's important for us here in Bahrain is to transfer the know-how and build from there. And we can see it's an excellent platform, and our aim is to have Bahrain as a hub, a Middle East hub for all the franchise businesses for the region. So we are getting our aims to have big names of franchise to be based in Bahrain and exported from Bahrain to the region. This is one way of looking at it. The other way, we've seen so many local talents in Bahrain. They develop excellent models and they have excellent success stories, being individual, like our good example and our grandfather and franchise, Mr. Yusuf Abdelghani, is to show us a good model of ambitious Bahrainis who can work for international companies. We've seen, again, very excellent local brands, you know, being coffee shops like Maya. We've been the Tea Coffee, which is, we're proudly to be amongst our speakers today. To set an example of a local business in Bahrain, which is we can export it, help to develop a system for them, because it's an industry. It's not just a one-shop store and take it to be international. No, there is a system. They have to work with them closely to bring the best practices in the world. So any other investors who wants to take this franchise has to have all the manuals and procedures set in place and enough support will get, then it will generate money. Yes, it's rewarding, but there is a lot of work to be done. As I mentioned again, with the support of Bahrain Chamber of Commerce and all respective members here, we like them as first initiative to start this conference here, but we would like to work closely with them to establish Bahrain to be the hub of Middle East for the franchise. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, as a token of appreciation, giving away a small trophy to all our speakers and, of course, His Excellency Dr. Sam Fakhru. Dr. Sam Fakhru, Chairman of BCCI. from the BCCI SMEs Development Support Center, and we'd like to honor them as well. Can we have someone collect the award? Thank you, Hussein. Thank you, Isam. Of course, like we've mentioned, so much praise for Mr. Yusuf Abdul Ghani from McDonald's, Managing Director, McDonald's Middle East Development Company. Mr. Yusuf, please.
All the best, more success.
We have a great speaker with us today, Mr. Sharif Akkad, who is from Saudi Arabia, from MEK law firm. He's not going to be here right now, he'll probably be in later on. I'd like to move into the next speaker. Very, very good speaker and an excellent franchise consultant, Mr. Sari Hamwe, COO, Water Franchise Associates in United Arab. Now I'd like to recognize the local talents of Bahrain, as I call it, the young entrepreneurs and who have created such great concepts and are expanding globally. I'd like to recognize Hamad Junahi, Managing Director, Maya Le Chocolate. The next is a very great relationship, a great chemistry, and something to learn from. You must watch out for the space. It's called Family in Franchising of Ms. Naima Matar and her son, Mr. Fayyad Al-Dosri, all founders of TICA. Al-Dosri and Naima Matar. The next is, we all love it, Shawarma Express, our own very favorite. I love it. I'd like to call upon Andrew Nair, Head of Operations. Watch out for his face too. He's got this They've expanded globally. You should watch out for their presentation. The next is the founder of Tea Time, Hussein Bushiri. Please. Very energetic. Inshallah, will reach globally. Our final speaker will be Mr. Sajid Ansar, CEO of Idea Spice Holding from Dubai.